Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So many of you asked me how to prepare for a belt exam. Here are my tips of how I prepared in the past for my belt tests, so hopefully that would help you. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any additional suggestions or advice for the other people that are watching this channel. It would be really useful. So let's get into it. First of all, don't be nervous. I know it sounds easy, but it's very difficult, but still, do not be nervous. Just realize with this is a real thing, and your instructor and your master, they know what you can do, and they suggested you to go to the exam because they trust your skills and they trust that you are ready to go for the next belt. They trust you, trust your teachers as well. Do not be late, be early for at least half an hour to make sure that you have time to change, to stretch and warm up a little bit, and just make sure that you have time to relax. I suggest getting there in about 45 minutes early. That's a good time. Give every kick, every punch the best that you can do. Do 100%, focus, and just show what you can do. You have a very short amount of time to show your skills to the masters, so make sure that when you are performing, you do your best. Get lots of sleep the night before and maybe the night before. Make sure that you are well rested. I know this could be very difficult because when you are getting ready to do an exam, it could be like a school exam or a belt exam in this case, it's very hard to fall asleep the night before. So you have to train your mind to have a good night's sleep in the night before. Try to make sure that you are calm. You can have a nice warm tea before going to bed. Chamomile tea is very good. Smelling lavender also helps you to fall asleep easily. A good night's sleep will help you to relax and remember all the important things on the next day. Iron your uniform. Yes, you heard it right. It's very important that your uniform is clean and clear and well ironed before the big day. It doesn't matter if you go to a competition or a belt exam, you have to make sure that your uniform is ironed and clean. And it will also help with making the kicks and the punches snap. Although, do not test in a brand new uniform because your uniform has to mold. When you have a very new one, it still has like very squeaky, like new uniform feeling, and that looks good, but if you don't feel comfortable in it, that's not gonna be good. So just make sure that your uniform is clean and nice and tidy, and it's ironed, and that you're ready for the exam. When you do the exam, there are many times when the masters are asking you questions about Taekwondo. They can be asking you questions about what a particular kick or punch or block is for, and how do you perform it, and what is the main goal for that. They also might ask you about the Korean phrases, so they ask you a specific technique, how do you say that in Korean, how do you say the kicks in Korean, and so on. I suggest you studying the Taekwondo encyclopedia. It's very useful, and you can know all the important body parts in Korean, all the important techniques in Korean, the history of Taekwondo, and some masters might also ask you about your personal opinion about Taekwondo. So they might ask you the following things that you should think about. What did you gain from Taekwondo? How Taekwondo helped you in other aspects of your life? Let it be school, work, or just anything else. And how do you think it will help you in the future? Don't forget to eat a good breakfast. Do not go to an exam with an empty stomach. That's really, really bad. But also don't have like a full English breakfast because that's also not gonna be good. You're gonna be very sluggish and just too much. Just make sure that you have a very good breakfast. I usually have the same breakfast every single day. It is oatmeal, and I put bananas on top of it, and raspberry and blueberries, and I also have a little bit of raisins with it, but if I have, then I put some walnuts as well. And it's also very important, don't eat a big lunch, because if you test after a lunch, you're not gonna feel very good, so be careful with that. You should also eat fresh fruits and vegetables. You can just make them in the day before and just take them with you, so you can have them during the day, and some biscuits if you like that sort of thing, because it also helps you to feel like the stomach is full but not too full, and you have eaten something, and you're just gonna feel so much better and you're gonna perform a lot better. Also, very important, keep your hair out of the way. So if you have long hair like me, make sure that it's tied back very well. It's very, very important to have like extra hair ties with you. So if something happens to this one, you have another one and you can tie your hair back. Or if somebody has need for it, then you can lend it to them. There is nothing more annoying than if you have long hair and it's just in your face and you're not being able to brush it back, and it's just, it's just messing with you and you can't see what you're doing. So it's just make sure that it's nice and tied back. Do remember, do not have bobby pins in your hair. Nothing like that, because if it could get out, it could hurt somebody. So no pins in your hair. Even if you're trying to using them to keep your hair back, just try to find some other way to do that. You can have also wear a band on the top of your head that could also help you to keep your hair back. Another important thing is to don't go all out during the warm-up. Make sure that when you perform the warm-up, you warm yourself up, but you don't tire yourself out. You manage to stretch well, but don't overstretch. It's also very important that if you go through the patterns one last time before you're being judged, then do the basic moves, but don't put any power behind them. Just try to go through the motions, and when you perform them, you do your best. Just remember, always give your full power when you're performing in front of the masters, just to show that you can do these techniques very well and that you know that you're being judged. Just let go and try to do the best that you can, and with full power and full speed. During the water breaks, make sure that you don't drink too fast or too much. Just try to have a little sip of water. Don't drink too much, because this will cause your stomach to feel upset, and that's not good. It could make you feel uncomfortable and weighed down. So just have little sips of water and make sure that you are not over drinking, because then you have to go to the toilet again and again. So make sure that you're still hydrated, because that's very important, but just don't drink too fast or too much. Remember to breathe, and always breathe slowly. When you get a chance to rest and breathe for a while, try not to gasp for breath, as this won't help your body to get any of the oxygen it needs to calm down. Even if it feels like you're not getting enough air at first, keep breathing slowly and deeply. If you can get to do the custom breaks, don't try to do something that you are not absolutely sure that you can do. Do the things that you already prepared 100 times, 1,000 times. Make sure that you do that, because that's what you are going to show for the masters. Since you were supposed to practice your demo break before, the judges won't be impressed by an attempt at something overambitious that you fail to do well. And it's also important not to do the easiest break, as it shows you aren't trying very hard. Instead, use a break you are confident, but it's not the easiest break that you can do. Make sure that you really go all out during the test. If there is ever a time for maximum power, yell, snap, and focus, it is now during the exam. Never lose your focus. Right now, nothing is more important than right now. By staying calm, you increase your mind's focus, and it's very important when you are doing a belt exam. Don't relax mentally when you think you are done. There are many things that the judges can ask you to do, and they are going to do that. So pay attention, look at the other people and learn from their mistakes, or learn something from them when they did really well, and try to support your partners and try to support the other practitioners as well, because you are one team and it's good to make sure that the other people are doing well. But when you are really done, let's go out and celebrate. You did it. Eat a big dinner at a restaurant with family and friends afterward, or go out for brunch the next morning, whatever, but do something fun. You have definitely earned it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and let me know how you prepare for a Taekwondo belt test. Bye!